Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Now from a field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February, there's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw now on first down.
That's complete. He finds Jayden Reed.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The numbers for him from a week ago, and you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, down at the 31.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here in Vegas. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep here for Doubs. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 54 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out, because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 4, it's second and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
23 yards, the final tally.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6. Now this aired out deep for Reed.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Second and a couple.
They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
This pass caught. It's Dobbs with it. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They're going to look to throw.
There's a ball deep from Musgrave.
It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 47 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones with career touchdown number 70. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't it speak to how well he works with this offensive?
Third quarter action to this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
That's complete to Dobbs.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
And they get the guard, John Runyon.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. After the penalty, it's Jones.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 11. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jayden Reed.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a fifth straight victory.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. got a man wide open, complete. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Packers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future,
about set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he has a Packer 1st down. And that should be the one that finishes the script.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, They're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Packers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, we say good night from Las Vegas.